Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and you know what? On this channel, it dawned on me. I've been talking a lot about Grab recently, and I've been talking about Grab because of the pending Uber-Grab merger type thing that may or may not go through, as you'll see in other videos. But as I read this story, it dawns on me, Grab might be a big deal in the future, and we would do very well to keep our eye on them, because apparently Alibaba, the quote-unquote Amazon of China, is considering investing heavily in the platform. According to TechCrunch, fresh from announcing a deal to buy out Uber in Southeast Asia, Grab looks set to gain further firepower with Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba preparing to invest in the ride-hailing firm. Alibaba is in the early stages of making an investment in Grab, two sources with knowledge of discussions told TechCrunch. Isn't yet clear what size that might be or at what evaluation for Grab, which was last valued by investors at $6 billion. By the way, on a side note, of course, Perry, you're going to ruin my video, my chinchilla. Why is it that, Uber is valued at like some $80 billion, and yet all of its competitors, despite having same monopolistic powers in countries that are bigger than ours, are, it's like, oh, 6 billion, oh, 15 billion. Why is Uber the one that's worth so much money when all the others do pretty much the same thing? Just a question. In addition, the timing is unclear due to current antitrust investigations into the Grab-Uber deal. The Competition Commission of Singapore has said there are grounds to believe the merger may violate the law, while other countries are looking into its implications. But still, there is intent from both sides and key investor SoftBank to make the deal. SoftBank, again. Grab declined to comment for the story, and Alibaba's spokesperson said the company doesn't confirm on market rumors. However, Alibaba and Grab first held talks over an investment last summer, but a deal never materialized after the Chinese firm became preoccupied chasing an investment in Tokopedia, the Indonesia-based e-commerce unicorn. Interesting phrase for that. The deal was prioritized because Alibaba's arch-rival Tencent was in advanced talks over an investment that could give it a foothold in Indonesia, Southeast Asia's largest economy and the world's fourth most populous country. Alibaba leaned heavily on its long-term ally SoftBank, an early backer of Tokopedia and Grab, to get the Tokopedia deal ahead of Tencent. That's despite Tokopedia's own founder's preference for Tencent due to Alibaba's ownership of Lazada, an e-commerce rival to Tokopedia. SoftBank, however, forced the deal through. Quote, it was literally SoftBank against every other investor, a separate source with knowledge of negotiation told TechCrunch. Yeah, you know what? I'm also going to be paying more attention to SoftBank. I need to do more videos on SoftBank. I mean, especially since I'm considering branching this channel out into a technology discussion channel. It seems like SoftBank would be a very good place to start because not only do they appear to be a big technology company that has their hands in a little bit of everything, but they're manipulating the rideshare industry, it seems. So they're a good place to start. Ultimately, Alibaba was successful, and it led a $1.1 billion investment in Tokopedia in August, which did not include Tencent. TechCrunch understands that one condition SoftBank attached to the Tokopedia deal was that Alibaba would invest in Grab when the time was right. SoftBank is widely seen to have been the deal maker in the recent Grab-Uber consolidation, and now with that transaction agreed, Alibaba's investment will follow. So, you have a company. They own stakes in two of these rideshare companies. They force one out to gain a monopoly, and then another company that they have backed, they are asking to step in and invest in the company that is successful, probably so they can continue to have their own share. Shady, shady, shady. The timing may be ideal for Grab. While it has plenty of money in the bank from past investment, Indonesian rival Gojek is preparing to extend in regional markets, so the firm will need to brace itself for a new wave of competition. Despite the background, this is far from Alibaba being strong-armed into an investment. A deal with Grab makes plenty of sense for the firm. It has been actively seeking investment deals in Southeast Asia's top internet companies for some time, and Grab clearly fits the bill. In all fairness, it totally does. In particular, Grab's focus on payments and its recently announced financial services play in line with Alibaba and its fintech arm Ant Financial's goals too. Last year, Ant Financial went on to invest on an investment spree, which included multiple investment deals across Southeast Asia and the failed acquisition of MoneyGram. Involvement in GrabPay, which is shaping up to be a major payment player across the region, would massively boost Alibaba and Ant's objective. That is true. Like, in fact, I have to say, if there's one thing, I'm kind of surprised Amazon Payments didn't do very well here, because Amazon, after they pretty much went on to dominate everything, said, you know what? Payments, that's the next big thing. And yet they were never able to dethrone PayPal. And then when Venmo and Square Cash came into the picture, Amazon Payments is barely used, which is one of the few products of theirs that is kind of a failure when you stop and think about it. Finally, there's a good old competition factor. With Tencent an investor in Grab rival Gojek, Alibaba has motivation enough to back a horse in Southeast Asia's ride-hailing space. As I wrote earlier last year, the two Chinese internet giants have been carving up Southeast Asia's most promising startups in search of investments that give them a good position as the region's internet economy grows. A report co-authored by Google last year forecasts that Southeast Asia's internet economy will grow to $200 billion in 2025 from $50 billion in 2017. Right now, it is Chinese companies, not those from the U.S., that are seizing that opportunity, which, yeah, it is. So anyway, that'll be interesting because, again, if Alibaba invests in Grab will have a lot more money, a lot more stability. In fact, at that point, Grab might even have the chance to go nationwide, or globally, I should say. They're already nationwide in Southeast Asia. But Alibaba has tried to break into the U.S. market a couple times. In fact, Alibaba is in the U.S. There is a U.S. division arm of it. It's had a hard time competing with Amazon, but hey, in the rideshare space, especially one where drivers are quick to jump onto anything else that comes across, Grab could have a real shot at competing with Uber and Lyft here. And if they have it with their own payment service as well, you never know what's going to happen. But what do you folks think? Do you think this is going to work out in the long term for everyone? Does this concern you? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member for $1 a month. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.